Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
What is going on? How's everyone doing tonight? We got the Mike's
Happy
Hard
Monday.
Lemonade going on. Zach, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some black coffee tonight. Check it out. Black like the night on our night awesome stream. What about you guys? What you guys up to this evening? What's going on, all our viewers? Say hey in the chat. What are you guys drinking tonight? Or maybe it's morning. Maybe you're somewhere drinking coffee bright and early.
That's right. Joining Zach with a little coffee.
Layla,
let us know.
It's probably what, like 11 o'clock in the morning there? Maybe even earlier.
Is that early? I don't know when it is. Layla, if you're in the chat, what time is it over there? Or anybody that's in Australia, what time is it over there?
Out in Australia, in the outback.
And how do you guys stay on the earth being down under and all that? Don't you guys fall off?
I was talking to someone about the toilet water going backwards, and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, because they're on the southern hemisphere, and they're like, I didn't know that. And so you learn something new every day.
Yeah, there's a place in South America where you can be on one side of this line and they'll spin that way, and you go like a few feet over, and they'll spin the other way because it's on the other side of the equator.
That's like wild. That's a mind trip.
Changes.
What's going on?
Oh, see, that needs to be your name. Fishing for crypto.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. AM69 coming in with the bourbon.
What's going on, everybody?
Aaron L with the Corona. Ooh, I'm digging that color on that NFT.
Also, pro tip, daily hydration reminder, hydrate homies, all right? Always when you wake up in the morning, drink water because during the nighttime, oh, nice. You got that expensive water there, AG. Uh-oh. You've been doing well in the crypto markets, I see. But yeah, hydrate. Very good for you. But yeah, what you guys how's your week been? How's the week in crypto been for you guys?
It's been good, actually. Yeah, I mean, we've been making some plays here and there, and I don't know about Goldwyn, but I feel like it's been pretty good.
Well, since I live half my time in Discord, it's never good in Discord.
Oh gosh, brother.
Listen, those guys are some haters.
You're the man in the arena. You're Theodore Roosevelt.
So what are they saying now?
I tell you what, SK came in and dropped the damn hammer today. Like, I'm not even kidding. He came in and suspended like 8 people. He just came in and said that's enough. He's like, bam. I'm like, wow. I said Discord's gonna be quiet over the next week.
Was it that bad?
Was it upset people? Was it just what was the issue that made them get banned?
Well, I mean, they're all V7 and 8 haters. So that's sure. To them, all it is futures. Like, futures is ruined. It's the end of the world. And, no matter what I say, it's, I'm a fanboy and I just spray rainbows out of my eyes or whatever they say.
Yeah.
But
that's a good one. I gotta remember that one.
Like, I don't know how many times I've been called a paid shill, and I was like, listen, I wish I was paid to deal with y'all's asses. I'm like, fuck. And I try to let people have their say, but like, I try not to argue too much. I only say stuff in the actual FUD channel whenever like it's just complete lies. Like, they say something, I'm like, where's your proof? Like, just show me proof. Like, and I'll shut up. And
it's hard funny how the punching bag, man. Sorry to keep jumping in, but I know to be the emotional punching bag, and like you said, you just try to lay down the facts and try to show them what the path forward is. But some people have their mind made up, and I like that expression, explanations, like friends don't need them, enemies won't believe them. So no matter what, evidence you give or show what the path is, like we're talking about, people may just, have their mind made up to, misunderstand you. But I feel you, like you said about futures. That's part of why I think, we talk about, especially in the promotional channel, in the Telegram channel. Also, if you're checking this video out after the fact, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell us how your crypto journey has been treating you recently with these recent market pumps. But yeah, like we were talking about, we always, try to educate people when you get involved in the elephant money ecosystem, that there's multiple kind of, areas and products that you can get involved with. So it's always important that right now, I really like the elephant's kind of depressed price. So like my focus is more on the elephant token. And then like, when maybe, futures was more popping, not futures, I'm still compounding once a month. That's not changed for me. But, NFTs, we're about to go to round 3. So it's always a hot and cold trunk, right? There will be a time when that's the best play. So you've got to be, flexible. And like you said, if futures, is your whole position, it can be, frustrating right now, but we can row together, and brighter times are ahead. Herd, let's row together.
That's right. So how far away are we from level 3 or whatever you want to call it?
A little more than 5,000. I'm looking it up right now.
5,000.
We actually have to talk about the NFT Mogbog or Mobob Blob, whatever. What did Patrick coin it last week? I can never say it.
Mob meant one black, get one back, or something like that.
Mobgob. There we go.
Mobgob.
Right. So last Tuesday, actually, BT and I had a conversation about Mobgob, and he added that every 100 NFTs, 5 non-black winners will win an NFT as well. So you have, at worst, a 5% chance of getting a second NFT. Realistically, it should be less than that because there will be some black NFTs every 100. We have had our official. We've had 2 that I've seen, black NFTs. So we have had 2 winners. They'll receive their NFT this week. So let me see.
That's awesome.
We needed to be at 14,472 in order to get 5 non-black winners. Let me see. Unlimited.
Hey, that's a great Valentine's Day gift.
That
if you
sounded
want,
really bad the way you said that.
Well, how so?
Non-black winners.
Oh, the
non-black NFT winners.
There you go.
All right, guys. We have not hit 100 yet. We're 27 away. So I feel like next week we'll be giving away at least 5 to non-black minting NFTs. Is that better?
Nice.
That's exciting. That
What
would
are
be
we going to pick the best looking color that we like?
I don't know. We can't. I guess that would be still. We don't know whose wallets they are, so that would still be random, right?
Yeah, we'll just randomly go and what's your favorite color, basically?
Heard how should we determine the random draw? We can just get a random generator, number generator, and do it that way.
I like that. Just copy and paste, like you said, the last 100 minters and
numbers,
and then get the addresses and find out who's the lucky 5. Man, that's a great deal. I'm doing that 0 to millionaire crypto challenge, and that's something I want to take advantage of right now. Trying to get that extra one, and also potentially, especially if you get a black one, there's always resale value on the secondary market. So there's so much, different ways to play the ecosystem.
So how's that going? How's that challenge doing?
It's going well. Definitely going to get some more action in with like Uber and Uber Eats. And then, as you know, I'm definitely intending to work at McDonald's for a little while. So lots of stuff in the works. But yeah, I got a lot of projects all in the air, juggling lots of balls.
I was thinking about it. You could probably make a lot of money if you just opened an OnlyFans.
Oh, goodness.
And
speed run the challenge.
And juggle some ball. Listen, OnlyFans and juggle some balls. You'll make money.
No
problem.
We'll have a ton of viewers. Everyone's tuning into Rugs for Riches. What's going on? All these, they got the ball juggler guy with the crazy yellow suit. And
you can
Tell
write,
him to take his
you
top
can,
off.
you can write Rugs on one foot and Riches on the other, and we can get all the foot fetish people.
Yeah. Man, it's a crazy day. Yeah. I don't know. That's not personally my style. If it comes to it, if Elephant gets to certain levels, everyone's got their price. I'm going to be ready to be scooping it up with Bertha. But right now, I think I'll stay off the pole for now, off the digital pole.
Yeah. How about AG talking about polls? How's your poll doing down there?
Oh, goodness.
Hey, man, I was, you guys are going to like this.
Oh,
so I was doing some arts and crafts today. I came home
with your poll. Okay, sorry.
No. I came home and I realized that I think I got a little leak. So I had to grab the hot glue gun and start gluing my my bag in different spots where I thought there was a hole.
You were at the arts and craft day and started working on yourself?
Yeah. So I'm sitting there
Iron Man style, like I can do this, I can fix myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Looking like Porky the Pig, no pants on. Got a bag up in the air.
Be careful with that hot glue. Where you drop that on there. That's
I know, bro.
Were you in the spare classroom, or were you with everyone with you? Did you walk in?
I was in the bathroom, but
with the hot glue gun. You're like, okay, it's better now.
Listen, Zach. If we don't do a hot glue meme with AG this week, we have missed the boat.
Yeah.
Poor AG, man. Yeah. You got the blood, got the hot glue, got the public indecency, man.
Bro, I was super excited about how well I did at like plugging the leak, and that I strapped it back to my leg before it was fully cooled, and so it melted into my hair, so I had leg hair. I was yanking it off.
And you got Brazilian wax too, man. Oh my gosh, got it all.
It's a twofer. It's a twofer.
When is this thing coming out, man?
What were you guys supposed to be working on? What was the assignment, and what were you, and you decided, take it into your own hands. What were you supposed to be working on?
For what?
With the hot glue gun.
The arts and craft night.
Oh, that was it. I come home and I'm like, dude, I think my leg's a little wet.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I think I sprung a leak.
Oh my goodness, brother.
So I'm looking around. I'm like, where's the duct tape at? No, that's ghetto. No, grab the hot glue.
A biomedical, device company with all this experience. If you're adding it up, you can open your own catheter repair service, kind of like a shoe repair service.
Listen, AG, that short would get so many views if you just show how to hot glue your own bag.
Oh god. It's gonna be shown at the conference of medical association to do not be
a
little elephant sticker on it.
YouTube medicine. Woo.
That's funny. Yeah, it was not fun, man. All day today, I'm like feeling like, man, I'm sweating a lot down there.
Feeling glued up.
I'm like, I don't think that's sweat. I think I got a leak. All right, enough about me. Let's go. Let's get back to the topic. What are we talking about today? We got some open leverage news, I hear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let me throw this up here. Breaking news, everybody. Elephant Money is now on open leverage. Yeah.
Wait.
Maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe that is
adoption. Adopt me. What are you saying?
I said maybe that's a bad thing, though.
I don't know, man. It's like
didn't we take it away because it was a problem?
There was like other I guess priorities prior to when it. Just to give the viewers some background knowledge. Right. This is the second time that Elephant has been listed on open leverage, this decentralized application. And this is the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that Trunk has been listed on open leverage.
Yeah. That was news to me too when I found that out like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Well, And also the big thing is we were on open leverage before, but it's now whitelisted. So it's different. Like it was still on open leverage. We never took it off open leverage, but it had its whitelist removed, which means that traders had to still pay that 10% in and out tax. So now the open leverage platform is whitelisted, so you can trade without the taxes.
Without the 10%.
Or without the fees. My bad.
Yeah.
Now, what's the benefit of that besides not have to pay fees? Like, how does that help Bertha?
The whole mission, the bigger mission, which is to drain the LPs, which means getting elephant tokens out of the Pancake Swap, marketplace and moving it in the hands of either Bertha or a human holder. And let me jump in this little article here, and that will kind of give us some framework that we can answer some more questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
So just here's the official release on Medium. Can you see my screen all right?
Yep, can see it fine.
So yeah, you can check it out. Published under the elephant.money Medium page. So Elephant and Trunk are both on open leverage. So right now, because of the popular request of the herd and because of our prior relationship with open leverage, like Goldwyn just mentioned, it's now whitelisted. And so what this means that, right, we can now have a few new use cases for the elephant token and trunk. Being right, elephant and trunk can now be used as collateral on the open leverage protocol, and you can borrow BNB tax free. So some people who may be in a situation where they need to, get some money out of their elephant holdings, whether it be trunk or elephant, instead of having to sell and make a taxable event and also make you give up your elephant bag or a portion of it, and maybe pay that 8.5% if you do sell with Bertha, or 10% if you sell on the market. Instead of having to do that, now you can borrow BNB against your elephant and have to pay an interest rate for borrowing the BNB, but you don't have to pay a tax, or a fee from the actual borrow from the elephant fee side. So that's the biggest, I think, really interesting. This opens up, if
So
people
like
go ahead, yeah,
basically getting a loan on your.
correct. It's
I
what
might try that actually.
it's I would like to preface this as well. Just if you're a beginner in crypto or beginner investor, leverage is a higher tool, like in your tool belt, right? You got your hammer, you got your your saw, you got your measuring tape, right? I would say leverage, using leverage in investing is like using a little bit more complicated tool. So maybe it's using a nail gun or something along those lines for that analogy, right? So you have to have some beginner experience. Someone maybe show you how to use the nail gun, or someone show you how to think about what you use that nail gun for. You don't use it for installing a tire on your car. You want to use the appropriate tool for a specific purpose.
Zach,
so go ahead.
You completely missed the opportunity to use glue gun instead of nail gun there. I'm just saying.
Well, you got to use glue gun, but glue guns, as we just found out tonight, there's lots of utilities, some that you didn't even know you could use to repair.
Sorry, I messed up your flow there, but
no, you're
I was
good,
like,
brother.
Man, I'm like, if he would have pulled out glue gun right there, that shit would have been fire.
Good one. It's the show's early. Yeah, the night is young. But what I'm getting at, just to circle back around as we go through this news, leverage, it's not a everyday use thing. You don't use it every day. You use it at opportune times to take advantage of volatility in the market. So just walk carefully in this. Start small if you're interested. But I just want to give that warning, because leverage, it's a double-edged sword, right? It can make you money, but it also can make your money go away very quickly. You could have just buy and hold and make a lot of money. So just know that.
So what's the basics, Zach? So basically, I give my elephant to open leverage. They give me BNB, like taking a loan against it.
That's one of the utilities. Yes, we can deposit out of our, let's say you're using MetaMask or Rabby wallet or some sort of hot wallet, or maybe you're using cold storage wallet. you're now removing it from your custody in your wallet. Your elephant's just sitting in your wallet. You're moving it onto the smart contract of the open leverage protocol. So now you're incurring risk, right? Because you're no longer have custody of those assets. You're now introducing that liability to your, if a hack happens or etc. So always know that step one. So you're giving up your custody. Step two, right? Now you have the option. It says, hey, you've got $500 of elephant that you just deposited. And it'll say what, you can borrow up to, and we'll check this out here in a moment for the demo. We can just go ahead and jump over right here. I've got the elephant BNB pair pulled up. So let's say I deposited $100. Let's keep it simple numbers, $100 worth of the elephant token.
Let's do 1,000. Let's do 1,000.
$1,000. Okay. Right here.
I'm looking at this. I might do this myself.
Okay. So right here, let's get into the nitty gritty, the numbers here. Right here at the top, we see we're in the elephant BNB open leverage page. We can see the price, right, of elephant, or how many elephants would be worth one BNB. Okay, just a quick little update there. See the chart, etc. Here on the right-hand side, we'll also see how much volume this page has done. And like I mentioned, we'll expect to see a lot of volume on days where there's volatility in the market. That's the times you want to get involved with leverage trading, is when there's big swings up or down. Sure. All right. The last 24 hours, there's been $0, so no one has traded. And right now, the active long positions, I'm not sure if this is showing my account, my wallet, or if it's showing in general. I think it's just showing my wallet, so 0%. I have no open positions. So I see the chart here. On the right-hand side, this would be where you make a trade, kind of like the swap box, like on a Uniswap, or where the action happens to set up your trade. So here we've got market order or limit. So remember, if you do market, what it's going to do is it's going to make the trade happen right now at this market price. Like you're saying, hey, I want to open a position right now. What limit is I can put a trigger price. So it's like a if then statement. I can say, hey, I want to go long elephant when, let's say I'm a charter, I'm a TA guy, or maybe whatever. I like this level right here. If you can see on my screen, this point 0.000167 ish range, like the bottom of this resistance level, right? I can put it, I can say, hey, I want to trigger it when it breaks above it, right? So let's say at 175. So I could put, 0.0000175. Okay. I want you to, go long, $1,000 of BNB would be 3 BNB roughly. So let me explain this. We talked about borrowing. So if you're let's break it down in this distinction. You can be a lender or a borrower. Think about like a bank, right? You can either go to the bank and ask for their money. I need help with a business, I need some money, I need a loan. Or right, in DeFi, we can be the bank, or you can go into I can be the bank and let people come to me, and I'm being the house, right? I'm being the one lending out to the people who come and ask for loans. So that you can be a lender or a borrower, or you can be both, right? This is DeFi. You can be lending money to people and borrowing money as well at the same time. Okay, so we talked about borrowing, right? I come to open leverage. We talked about lending. Come to open leverage. I deposit my elephant or my trunk, and then I take a loan out in BNB. And we can see here, we'll jump back to the box on the right-hand side in a moment. But right now we can see that there's 3.5 BNB in the pool, the open leverage pool, and 2.8 are available to borrow of that BNB. And you can see there's a ton of liquidity on the DEX for elephant BNB because this pair is, I think top 10, top 5, having the most liquidity on the BNB pair for the elephant BNB pair. But I digress. But notice this real quick. Look at the daily interest rate. It's 0.0547. So let's pull up a calculator real quick for a rough calculation, right? If we're paying that much per day, we're paying this much percentage. Let's just say we had a loan open for a year, right? Then is that times 100 because it's or divided by 100. I don't want to mess up here. So yeah, we pay 20% interest if we kept this open. So not too bad actually, right here. Versus when the utilization rises. So what that means is, don't want to get lost in the weeds here. We can see here, elephant total value locked. So right now there's 18 billion elephant. So there's $4,000 worth of elephant here. Right now, let's see, is this just showing this particular pool? Yeah, I guess so. What it's showing is, so there's $4,000 that have been locked into this protocol by some user. Right now, it's not being utilized, it looks here, so no one's borrowing it yet. And so the utilization rate is at 0. Let me go back to something else. That's interesting. I thought there'd be an open trade. Let me go back to that.
So if you're going long, you're borrowing their elephant, or you would be giving your elephant?
We use BNB if you're going long, because you're gonna buy, you're putting BNB down, and that's your collateral that allows you to then leverage it. So if you put 3 BNB down, which is $1,000, that you can now up to 2.4x leverage. So you could use a position of $2,400 worth of elephant. So that's the limit for ELEPHANT. Make sure. Yep. And that's the limit here on open leverage. For this particular pool is 2.4x. Different tokens and different pools have different limits. See right here, elephant's at 2.4. But if I just look at a different random coin here, let's just look at ETH USDC. Right, they allow up to 10x leverage here.
Ooh, doggy.
And they also allow long and shorting ETH. See, I can short ETH as well, because liquidity providers, people have come and they put ETH and they put they put ETH, I guess, and USDC. And open leverage has allowed both long and short. Whereas if we look at the elephant pair, I'm pretty sure, might be wrong, I think you can they'd only allow going long right now. Let me check real quick.
That'd be good.
So how do you lose on that? If
elephant goes down, you have, so let's just use for easy numbers. If it was $1 a share, so I put $1,000 of BNB in, I can buy 2,400 elephant if they were $1 a piece. That's just using easy numbers. So if elephant goes down, I still have to pay back those shares. So if elephant goes down, I would lose. Or if it doesn't go up enough to cover the daily percentage, because you have to pay that 0.05% a day.
Yeah,
I don't know how often you have to pay it, but
it just slowly adds up because your collateral is locked against the loan. So I'll kind of draw out a little diagram here. So let's do a very easy example of what leverage means. Let's go back to the square one. We've got $1,000 right here, like we said, and we're like, hey, $1,000 is cool, but wouldn't it be cool if I had $10,000, right? Wouldn't that be cooler? And to do that, though, right, I need to go ask somebody for $9,000 more dollars, because I don't have those $9,000. So what I do is I go to this protocol called open leverage, right? Open leverage. They're not going to just give me $9,000, right? They're going to say, hey, dude, I need something to loan you this money. And by the way, this $9,000, it's got to stay on in my house, right? They're not going to give me $9,000. You
can't withdraw it. Right?
Can't withdraw if you're going long. Or if you're lending some, right? If you're posting this $1,000, I can borrow against this $1,000 and go take that money anywhere I want, right? I can go take that to, go buy a steak dinner or something. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So like I said, we got $1,000. I'm interested in leverage trading, and I go to open leverage, and what they say is, hey, you deposit your $1,000, and what we'll do is it gets locked. So we're going to lock this in a box. We're going to charge you daily interest, real-time interest, just like, if you're familiar with elephant.money, how we're getting real-time interest in futures or in the NFTs payout, right? With crypto, you're getting streamed income, right? So you're paying streamed debt. So what's happening is, I put that $1,000, I lock it in. I say, hey, I like this elephant token. I want to max leverage it, right? The max leverage for this particular coin is 2.4x. So they're going to say, hey, we're going to give you up to 2.4x your collateral, so $2,400. And you don't always have to use the max, by the way, right? We could use 1.8 leverage. It's just a tool. It just depends on how much you want to use, how much risk you want to take. Okay, so I put that $1,000 and I say, hey, I want to use the max 2.4. I now have an open position of $2,400 worth of elephant token, worth of ELI. And I'm paying a loan against $2,400 at that rate of, we saw 0.0547% daily interest. And what that means is every second it's showing my debt on the DApp. It'll show, hey, what's your loan? It'll show your loan, what you need to repay, and what we need to repay right now. It's going to go up by that debt per day. So that's like maybe not a dollar, maybe $1. Let's see what do the math. 0.0547 times $1,000. Oh, 1,000. We're paying divided by 100. So you're paying 54 cents a day to borrow that $1,400 to give you a total position. Well, you're borrowing this total amount. I don't want to get into the weeds right here, but basically, that's what you're paying, that 50 cents a day, and it's just ticking every day. And then you have $1, 20, or $1, $1.50. So like AG was just mentioning, if let's say elephant starts going up, yay, your 2,000. Let me go to the dang brush. Bum, bum, bum. Need to get one of those little notepads that my buddy Mason Double OG's got. That's a really good one, so I don't have to draw with my mouse. So right, $2,400 of elephant, right? Elephant goes up let's just say it goes up 2%, right? On $1,000, I would have only made, right? What is that? 2%, $20. I only would have made $20 plus $20. But instead, because I took that risk, I now got paid, what is that? 2.4 times more. Now I made 40. What is that times 2.4? 0.1 would be $2 so $48, right? I made $48. So that's the benefit if it goes up, right? That's when it went up 2%.
And you can leave it going. So like you say, I want to do the highest leverage, which is 2.8 for like a week straight. So I could get like a 10% gain if I wanted to.
So if you leave it open, right, each day you're paying that 50 cents, right, 54 cents. But like you said, it's volatile times, right? Right now, it's things are, birth is eating up a lot. We're getting a lot more people coming in. This is kind of how you want to think about when to use it. And like I said, you can't short on open leverage. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to eat my words. Let me just check that real quick. I think they just have, right here, shorting is disabled. So you can only go long on open leverage. So that's a good thing. But
is shorting disabled because people haven't put in the right collateral yet?
And that's a good question, because I was looking here in the transaction history, and there's some people saying they closed their short. That was back in October, though. Closed short. I'm not sure. An open short right here. I gotta look more dig into this. But to answer your question, I'm not sure if it's active or not. I think only the long is. If we go look at if we go back to the article, which we kind of jumped away, but here are the lending pools and trading markets supported. So these are the 4 links. And what these will take you to is kind of what I just had opened up. Let's see which one it'll take me to.
Man, you know what I wish they would have done? I wish they would have done a trumpet pool versus Trump.
That'd be cool. This is, so I must have missed. Okay, look at that, guys. So this whole time, I think I've been showing you the old one that has been depreciated. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so here, position 0, open order 0. So this is the depreciated pool. If I go back, I just realized that's I should have finished the dang the link here. This is the correct one. This makes more sense. See that well, this has more, I guess, stats that we can see. I think it's the actually active one. Let's see. Yeah, January 19th. Okay. December. But Elephant BNB, let's see, using Elephant as collateral to borrow BNB. So this is if you needed to unlock some of your funds, like take a loan out against your own.
Yeah, this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. So you would right here borrow. So collateral available. So this account, I've got 13 billion Elephant. So let's just do an example. I've got, let's just say 50% of that. Let's see what 13 billion. 13 billion, I think, is like $3,500. Let's see right here. Yeah, we can see. So about $3,400 is worth roughly 13.7 billion Elephant. So let's just say I'm like, dang, I need $1,000 because my truck broke down. I need a new tire, and the glue gun's is not fixing it. The situation, okay. So I need $1,000. What? And I was like, hey, I really don't want to sell Elephant because we're going into the supply shock, etc. What you can do is I can go here to open leverage, connect my wallet, make sure you use official links, and I'll show you just how I went to that wrong page a moment ago by not going through official links. But so I would go here to the Medium page. I'd click here to the right here are the lending pools and trading market supported, Elephant to BNB, right? I'd click that, open up here. Okay, $1,000. We're just gonna do roughly here. All right, 4 billion. That was like 1/3 of it. So I put 4 billion. That's right. 4 billion Elephant here. And right here, see, I would borrow 2.85 BNB. And right here, that's my daily borrow rate, which is that 0.548. I'm not getting any rewards for borrowing. Sometimes they will have that program. You literally will get paid for borrowing against. And sometimes there's that arbitrage where, like we were saying, I might get paid $4 a day and owe $2 a day in interest. So that means I'm making $2 worth of free money in rewards. So always keep your eyes out. That's just something to think about when you're looking at these different farms. Sometimes there's that positive, and that's usually in a bull market when there's a lot of liquidity and there's a lot of competition. There will be deals like that, but in the bear market, not so much. Okay, so open leverage fee. So it's showing you what they're going to take out of you opening this, right? That's their protocol fee. That's how much, I'd get 2.857 here. And it shows my liquidation price. Okay, so if Elephant gets, it's not going to show because Elephant has so many zeros right here. So it's not showing. It would show in the transaction the full number. But what this is saying, okay, so remember, I'm putting, it's like going to a pawn shop. That's a way to think about taking a loan out against collateral. It's the same concept, whether at a bank or a pawn shop. So using the pawn shop model, right? I'm going to the pawn shop. I'm putting down my 4 billion Elephants all over the counter, right? The guy's saying, hey, here's 2.85 BNB. And if you want these 4 billion Elephant back, you got to come back with, right, 2.85 BNB plus, that 0.01 per day it's going up. So he said, that's the interest the pawn shop's making off them lending you money for your Elephant. So you say, okay, deal, right? You give him 4 billion Elephant, he gives you $1,000 of BNB, and you walk out the store, you go fix your truck. Now, if I want my 4 billion Elephant back, I have to go, right, pay back 2.85 plus BNB. Or I could go back and pay him back 0.5 BNB. Let's just say I just have $100 worth of BNB. I had to go pay back a little bit of my debt to the pawn shop guy. He'll say, hey, you can get back 1 billion Elephant. He won't give me back my whole 4 billion, right? I partially repay my debt. I can partially take out my collateral. Okay. Let's say I want them all back, right? I have to pay the whole 2.85 plus interest. The longer you keep it with them, the longer the interest is going up. Okay. Let's talk about the worst situation. Let's say elephant goes down, 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 right? You now only have this is something I didn't mention at the beginning, right? You have to over collateralize the loan you take. So back to that $1,000 example, if you deposit $1,000 of elephant, let's see here. I think they'll only let you, let's see, borrow. It'll tell you what the limit is that they'll let you borrow against. Let's see. So, 2.85 is all there's. That's why that's capping me out, actually, because that's the amount to borrow in the pool. So there needs to be more suppliers. So this is a way, if you just have your elephant, I wouldn't recommend to do your whole bag, but you can supply BNB to earn interest rate here. So if you have BNB, spare BNB, this is a good place to put it. Getting lost in the weeds here, but yes, this is something you want to look into of borrowing, liquefying your collateral, your elephant token, to now be able to go either invest in a different protocol or spend it on a life expense or etc. But that's
or buy NFTs or put it into futures.
Exactly. But that's the risk, like I was mentioning, if your collateral becomes worth. This is actually when you're a borrower, you want elephant to go down, right? You're kind of shorting elephant, right? Because what that means is if elephant goes down, right, you have to go back to the pawn shop guy. You want BNB to go down because you're borrowing BNB. That's what you're taking out, your debt. So you want BNB to go down. That way, when you go back to the guy, you pay less money to him to get your whole elephant back. So there's some good charts we can draw out here for the whole if-then situation. But to get back to the big picture here, right? We can borrow BNB tax-free against our elephant and trunk. I can actually, like we were showing in that example, I can use my BNB to leverage it and take advantage of elephant's price swings for the long. And let me double check that again too. I think it is just going long elephant BNB pool. Let's see here. Okay, we were on the right page earlier. I'm just talking a lot of trash because there's just no open positions right now today. It looks like, or that might be my position. I think it's showing my positions because there are some transactions. We'll see, but and then lastly, right, you can earn high yield on your BNB as collateral for elephant and trunk borrowers. So many different ways you can play this announcement, but
I would think that if you were going to short, then elephant would have to be there for you to borrow, because if you're going short, you're borrowing $1 billion and selling it, right?
Correct.
And then you're hoping the price goes down, because then you just have to buy $1 billion to put back in.
Correct.
And then there's your difference in your
you're gonna.
So
shorting isn't activated, but yes, that's how you would do it, like you mentioned there.
Right, and I would assume it's not active because somebody hasn't let somebody else borrow elephant. So if I went in there and I wanted to, so if I wanted to be the bank, I could deposit, 5 billion elephant for somebody else to borrow and short. So they're going to borrow my elephant short by selling it, and then they're going to have to repay that. And then I, as the provider, would get a percentage of those fees every day.
Yes. But let me check here with when it comes to providing, let's check here back to that official link.
Yeah. What's the risk of providing, or is there no risk?
Well, there is, because you're giving up, what if open leverage just poofs and is gone tomorrow, right? You're giving up your, we didn't think Celsius was going to go under, right? When we gave them our Bitcoin and our Ethereum, and our Link and our XRP and our,
and kind of going like you were mentioning, I if you see here on the elephant BNB page, I think they just have it set up right now where you can only long, because you can only provide elephant to borrow BNB but you can't do the opposite. I can't provide B&B to borrow elephant. So you can only go long.
I mean, that makes me feel much better because, you know, in the FUD group, they were trying to, all the haters were trying to organize and actively short elephant, which,
So funny.
yeah,
Well,
which,
I guess they go ahead. Yeah.
Why do they
which is
want to
good.
kill the project?
Because they want to try to make money. They want to, like, if you can short and you want to FUD
Well,
something. I'm guessing that's their intention.
Their intention is they hate BT. So they're willing to sacrifice everybody else that's in the community to get back to BT. You know, BT's a liar. BT's this. You know, by them. And you know, I kind of said, I'm like, listen, I said, I get it that you guys are, you guys are all pissed off or whatever. I said, but all these other people, I'm like, you're actively, I mean, what you're doing is hurting them. You know. So I said, how does that make you better? Right.
It's funny because all of us rowing together, right? They're the guys who are either taking a nap or they're rowing the opposite way. These guys are like,
or they're whacking people and trying to get them on their team. I mean,
with the oar, they're whacking people on the head. Coming for you.
Like the big thing, the big argument is this Hodor movement. Are you guys familiar with that?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So in theory, when the guy started it, you know, I reached out to him to talk to him about it. And in theory, the way he was designing it, I thought was good, right? I thought that the positive of what was going to happen could outweigh the possible negative that did happen, right? Because I'm like, listen, the problem is you're going to get all these people organized to do part A of your thing, but they're not going to do part B, which is put back into the system. And I said, if they don't do part B, then it's going to affect Bertha's bottom line, you know. And that's exactly what happened.
That's silly. Because they're, you know, like, even if they try to, I guess, what do you call it? If you try to assemble, like, it's still going to be negligible. And I know they can't, like you said, they showed and demonstrated that they can fluctuate Bertha's value. It's just like, it's still negligible, I think, in the long run. But maybe they thought differently than I think.
Well, I mean, I think that they really did. I mean, they pulled together. I think the last time I saw it, it was over 1.5 million, almost 2 million in futures wallets that were all claiming at the same time. So they were screenshotting and they could show that they were affecting the BNB reserve. You know, but the same thing like FOMO Friday that we were kind of trying to start. You know, BT's point is, you know, it's never good to organize everybody to be. We want everybody DCAing. We want everybody, you know, doing these things, but not on the same day per se. You know, which, you know, FOMO Friday was supposed to be, hey, throw $20 in. Hey, throw $5 in, right? You know, don't get a coffee today. Buy $5 at the elephant. It wasn't skip your normal routine, whatever you're normally doing. You know, it was like an in addition to kind of thing. Yeah. You know, and same thing I think with the Hodor was, you know, its intention was good.
Yeah.
Right. But again, human nature. And so BT is like, listen, you know, it's gaming the system because you are actively convincing people to do one portion of the game, right? And so that's where it's throwing that equilibrium where Bertha is expecting buys and sells, you know, every single day, you know, and those kind of counteract each other, you know, and hopefully over the long, you know, the casino, right? The long scope, Bertha is net positive, you know, and is growing.
But yeah, that's interesting that, you know, I just like you said, these people generated so much effort to not just you know, why not just row together or put that effort or organization into promoting the platform versus trying to manipulate it. It's just interesting behavior.
And that was the last argument on Discord, which was in the main chat, which was kind of the problem. Like everybody had their moment, and I'm like, listen, I'm going to give you guys a lot of rope today, right? Everybody's kind of annoyed and everybody's this. So we're all going to chit chat about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you're going to take all the shit back to the FUD channel, right? And then you're going to leave main chat the way it's supposed to be, you know, and they didn't want to do that. So, you know, I gave them that rope and then they wanted to keep it up in main chat. But that was the whole thing. And that's what I said. I said, listen, I said, you have now flipped script, right? Because they did this thinking that BT was going to praise them, and then BT, snubbed them. And when BT snubbed them, they went batshit ballistic the other direction. Well, now we're going to destroy the ecosystem. And I'm like, listen, I said, you're actively talking about destroying an ecosystem that lots of people have put money into. I said, I put a lot of money in. I said, now, if Elephant died, I would be sad because I have a lot of money in it, but I would survive. I'm not gonna.
Some people
be
won't.
homeless.
I know, though. You hear stories of people committing suicide because they lost everything in Bitcoin and stuff.
I mean, there was some guy in Hex, right, smoking crack. He's homeless now.
Yeah.
Look him up.
I was gonna ask, were these guys around during the exploit? I mean, times right now, I would say are pretty jovial, right? They're pretty good. We have a lot of things going in the history of Elephant Money. I mean, maybe they're doom and gloom if, like you mentioned, they've got a very big portion of their portfolio in futures, so maybe they're doom and gloom in that regard. But overall, I would say we've seen much darker times. Like the Elephant Money protocol is very healthy, just on multiple different metrics.
And I don't know if they were here for the exploit, but that's what I said. I said, listen, I said, you guys are just so wrapped up in futures. I said, that is one portion of the ecosystem. Like,
Yeah.
That's because that's where all their money's at. They didn't buy the token, yes. Or they did.
Sorry, AM69 said open leverage will help Elephant because of volume, or how exactly does this help?
So
yes.
Great point. Can I jump back? Can I answer that real quick?
Sure.
And that's to answer that question. It's the conclusion of the medium right here. This move is all part of our focused effort to row in the same direction. It's so funny. It just sounds. It's just what we're talking about. So it's row in the same direction and drain the LPs. Let's go. So what is the reason for open leverage? It helps elephant buys happen, and it helps take those elephant tokens out of the LP faster. That'd be my answer. Do you have something to add on that, Goldwyn?
Yeah, I think the big thing is it will help show volume as well. Right now, the big problem that we have on Elephant is our chart over the last week has gone up, but we still have more sells than buys. Our chart's gone up because BNB's gone up, and that's the beauty of the system, right? This is why we all talk about the loaded spring and the coiled spring, and why we don't care if BNB goes down, because we can add more BNB to our liquidity pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So over the last week, it looks like we have some greener pastures. The big thing is in the last month, 6 weeks since V7 was introduced, Bertha's been even, right? So
that's so huge, people. If you don't know context of other protocols and such, it can be concerning. Like, let's stop growing. What? But that's huge that we are able to retain and function, and Bertha is still paying out the future claims and stuff like that. But that's super that's super good. In the it's like the football game. You got to know what time of the game it is and what's expected. So I don't know. That's how I view it. But go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
No worries. We can hop into charts too, because we have those. So so Bertha still is going sideways. The herd needs to realize Bertha is going sideways. We are paying out debts every single day, and Bertha is going sideways. Bertha's not going at this tremendous rate of speed to the ground, like other protocols, where you can.
Key that this whole the bear market, to sum up this whole discussion, from my point of view, the whole idea of the bear market in crypto, when people are buying, people aren't, people are buying scams and really not, they're just buying meme coins. They're not really looking into the market deeply, or really, there's not that much liquidity in the market. During the bear market, your objective is to survive. And that's something that Elephant Money has not only done, it's thrived, right? We hit the second parabola during this extended bear market, one of the longest bear markets in crypto's history. So now the halvings are coming upon us. That is the breath of life. That's the AED to the market, because the supply shock happens for the Bitcoin token, or the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. And so that's what people, I think, when I try to build my frame of reference, it's like you got to understand the context of the broader market. There must be inflows of liquidity, of cash. There's got to be buyers buying Bitcoin. After that happens, people have higher risk appetite. Then they look into Ethereum, BNB, whatever, DeFi. Oh, I can do stable coins. I can earn interest. That's how liquidity flows. That's the theory that I've seen and I personally subscribe to, is the trickle down effect when it comes to liquidity entering the crypto market. But it's never going to be that, we did see Solana have a little bull run, or 5x, $20 or $17 to $100, but that's uncommon for individual cryptocurrencies to have a large run outside of Bitcoin also appreciating. So I'm going off a tangent here, but that's my opinion and belief, is that we need to survive and continue to grow. And the more we can drain the LP while BNB is at $300, it just makes us that much more prepared, the spring loaded, etc. When Bitcoin goes to 60K, 70K, Ethereum goes to 3K, 4K, 5K, BNB goes to 500, 600, 700, right? If we prepare now while everyone is out busy elsewhere, right? We've been working all winter. When the summer comes, we'll be prepared. Let's go back to what you're saying about futures, though.
No worries. And actually what you're saying, that's exactly right with futures, is, there's ebb and flow. Why did BT want us to go to a variable rate? Is it regulation? I'm sure that's part of it, right? But the other part is ebb and flow, right? He sees the future that for Elephant to survive long term, it's going to have to ebb and flow. When we're in the highs, guess what? We can all benefit, and we'll be getting those 0.5% rates. Well, when it's in the lows, it was a perfect segue, Zach. Exactly what he said. When we're in the lows, well, Bertha has to survive, and she can't pay 0.5% to everybody that's in futures, when she is low, right? So that's what we have. When she's high, we all benefit. When she's low, well, guess what? We're still getting over 100% APR a year on our futures. That's, all of these people that are complaining and whining that he changed it, you're still getting over 100% APR. Like that. I mean,
and you're giving it some time to mature and return to, like we said, the full 0.5. It's not like we're talking about, do we want to scare away customers? Do we want to not make people, become upset? It's like, no, decisions are made on a needed demand. The time market regulation demands you have to be flexible. It's rigid things that break, right? In an earthquake, the buildings that are all held together, right? They aren't built. They're not flexible, right? Think about cars as well. The old vehicles are all steel bodies, and you get in a wreck and ding, right? So there's evolution. You have to be flexible. You need to have that, like we talk about in software, constant maintenance. And that's what we talk about too with him revoking the keys. I assume he'll always have some sort of approach to making the system continue, because even Bitcoin, there's developers for Bitcoin and the Taproot and all that. So there's constant innovation needed. Nothing thermodynamics, things fall apart. You got to continue to add energy, and that's what the whole picture with Bertha, right? She's like our little capacitor. We're storing so much energy in Bertha. We want her to keep us strong in the good and bad times. But
so I heard something about some like hedge fund or something getting into Elephant. Did you hear something about that last week?
Did you see that, Gold? When I saw like an announcement, I think BT mentioned about institutional custody.
What is that all about?
Give me a couple seconds and I can pull it up. So you guys talk and I'll pull it up.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna pull it up right now, but I think it has to do with his goal on getting the key man risk mitigated, which means right now, as we know, Bankteller is the head developer for this project, and he always has built the project in such a manner that it's always feature complete. But like I mentioned, there's always been updates or pivots, etc. What this announcement sounds like to me, as we await further details, is that Elephant Money will be under the custody of a institutional grade financial, custody person or company. And that means that if something was to happen to Bankteller, or we're talking about decades down the line of the continuation, from what I understand, is that's what this company and this role is stepping in, is institutional grade security and custody. So that's exciting.
So it's not about finding investors or anything like that. It's more of just covering his ass for if he dies or something and we need to make change.
That's my understanding. I think it's more of the longevity. It's more of it's a passing on the torch to make sure that it stays lit without the risk of him.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I was really hoping we could get some retirement funds flowing in.
Right. So what he said was institutional custody coming for Elephant Q1. Before Q1 is over, and it's the same custody as ARK Investment.
So that's exciting. So ARK Investment, from my understanding, they are like an investment firm, I guess what you would call them, consulting firm. And so
they have an ETF too, right?
That's what I was going to mention. They even have their own host of financial products as well, and they manage them and they manage people's money. Are they a hedge fund?
I think so.
Kathy Wood, ARK Financial. Yeah.
Okay. So they're a hedge fund. Yeah. And
so it's whoever they use is the custody. And what they other one, there was SOC something regulation. God damn it! I should have continued reading it. Hold on. Go ahead.
You mentioned Kathy Woods. They have a different host of ETFs. They have like these future ETFs. So if you buy one of their like ARK Fi, not ARK Fi, that's a different thing. ARK Invest, futures, V1, that includes like Tesla, Nvidia, other like Google, other AI companies. So you can buy these like ETFs. Like these little baskets of different companies that correspond to their thesis of they think are going to outperform the market. However, I'm pretty sure Kathy Woods is she is the head person. She's the CEO, I guess, of ARK.
Yeah, I think so.
But she started a new company called 21 Shares.
She's underperformed though the last like decade. So I personally would not recommend the ARK shares. So I don't own any, and I've looked into them. They all have not done too well versus just buy and hold the S&P 500 or other ETFs like that.
Yeah,
they're kind of stock. She's kind of stock picking certain.
She's looking for things that are going to blow up in the next decade.
Yeah, they went super heavy into Tesla. That was kind of their claim to fame.
Mm-hmm. Did you find out what you were looking for?
No, I'm trying to find it. I know that somebody else had said it too, but he said it.
Can I show a cool video while we wait for a moment? Or I can
sure, good.
Do you see my screen all right? Check out this. This is the speed of light. So we're going to see light, how fast light is in a slowed down version. And you'll see. Well, have you ever seen light move? Like actually watch light travel through space? Check this out.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's like high-speed camera with the.
Yep.
Why are we watching this again?
Because it's a cool video. That's why.
That's super cool, dude. We're watching the speed of light. That's freaking amazing. What the heck? That's literally the fastest thing in the world, dude.
I just didn't know if it had something to do with elephants.
That's how fast elephant's gonna, go to the top of the charts in 100x. No, I mean, yeah, it's just fascinating watching speed of light. You find what you're talking about, Goldwyn? That was just
I didn't find it, man.
Cool. We keep moving on. Let me show you.
What was Michael Oates saying?
He was saying it sounds like he's creating a backup for the project just in case. Well, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Elephant to be regulatory compliant, and it was a SOC 500 financing or something that you need to be compliant with across the board to be able to be put into hedge funds and to be one of the stocks that get to go into. So it's fine. The financial terminology that is above my pay grade to be 100% obvious.
Yeah, he keeps saying that he wants to be in an ETF eventually, where because he wants to be in a top 100 crypto, and a top 100 crypto ETF is probably
that's going to happen, right? That they have the S&P 500. Why won't they have the Standards and Poor's? Is that what S&P is?
S&P 500,
right? So you don't think S&P will have the top 100 cryptos in their thing?
You never know. I mean, that's what QQQ is. That's the top 100 innovative tech companies.
Yeah, just like the ARK one, like we were just mentioning. So I mean, like you said, someone's going to offer it. It's just a matter of when. So Bankteller, as always being forward-thinking visionary as he is, that's what like we're talking about. He's trying to prepare and build, I guess, the infrastructure so that we can be accepted when the time's right. I looked today, Elephant's ranked like 330. Roughly. So to get in that top 100 isn't that big of a feat. And it really comes down to just recognition and then adoption, like we talk about. Can I show you this cool video next? You can jump over this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the president of El Salvador, I need to check. I'm not good at pronouncing his name, so I won't try right now. But this is a cool little speech from him discussing just what their country is going through as they've adopted Bitcoin and also fought back on hard crime. So I just wanted to share this cool little clip.
Pasamos de ser literalmente, no es una exageración, no es una hipérbole.
I thought he didn't have a shirt on.
Did you get excited?
I mean, he's a good-looking dude. I mean, come on.
El país más seguro de todo el hemisferio occidental.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is that
that's a shit ton of people.
Someone's honking traffic.
Americano. ¿Y qué dijeron? Está violando derechos humanos. ¿Los derechos humanos de quién? ¿De la gente honrada? No.
Is that his wife or his daughter?
His wife.
I mean, he's not that old, so.
Le llaman violar derechos humanos. Yo le pregunto a estos organismos, a estos
bagpipes playing in the background.
Extranjeras, le pregunto a estos periodistas.
Reminds me of like
how many countries have to accept Bitcoin as legal tender before it's like legal tender?
Well, right now there's like one.
No, I thought there was more.
I don't think so. That have actually announced it to the United Nations?
I thought so.
I don't know. I think it's just one.
Estamos respetando su falsa democracia que ni ustedes mismos respetan en sus propios países.
They're awesome. I'll move to El Salvador.
Okay, yeah, so I found the message. So it's from Dijida. Do you know who that is? Dijida.
Yeah, sure.
He's one of the guys from Telegram, douche.
Oh,
yeah, I know him.
I don't know.
I know you keep calling me the boomer of the group, but you can't even figure out how to get onto Discord. I got it. So anyway, were you bagpiping me? You were trying to drown me out by
no, this is I mean, yes. What was DJI telling you about?
Yeah. So anyway, he personally knows Bankteller. He worked with Bankteller at Fidelity. So they've been in the same room with Fortune 500 companies, all that stuff. So he personally knows Bankteller. He worked with him for like 20 years, he said. So his reply to what Bankteller was talking about is he's trying to get business continuity as well as SOC, that's capital SOC, compliance, etc., which is the big hurdle for any investments coming from institutional investors who are bound by regulatory oversight, e.g., what does that mean? E.G.
That's like, for example.
Okay. For example, FINRA, etc. I never knew what EG meant. I mean, I kind of assumed it was like whatever.
Yeah, it's Latin. Let's see what it is. E.g.
just figured that
exemple
out.
gratia, for example. Hey, I was right.
For example, all right. So I'll read it for example.
No.
So like FINRA standards. So it's SOC compliance.
Yeah, right here. SOC 2 is a voluntary compliance standard for service organizations developed by CPAs or CPAs, which specifies how organizations should manage customer data. The standard is based on the following trust, service, criteria, security, availability. So, like the first part of DJI's message about business continuity. So that's everything we were discussing. It's about making it, and like you said, I guess institutional grade, compliant.
Yep.
So they can invest. So that's cool. That's really awesome. SOC 2 compliant. And that's what's so cool about Elephant Money. It really is like, what other DeFi protocols do you know? Maybe like literally the big names like Aave and stuff, but are actually going through this hassle and even know, like you mentioned, even know what the SOC compliance even is. Zero.
I mean,
true.
that's the benefit of being part of this ecosystem, right? He all of his life experiences is wrapping up into this one ecosystem, right? So like his time at Fidelity, his time at State Street, that's all shit that he knows that really, really creative and awesome devs, they don't even have a clue about, right?
Yeah.
So that, so those are the things that I think when these haters are just saying, oh, he's just changing shit to just change shit. The thing that pisses me off is all like, oh, he's doing it just to take my money. It's like, well, I mean, I guess I could see, it frustrates me because I'm like, I can see your point, but I still, the one question I asked them that they never effing answer.
What's that?
Why are you fudding your own bag? Like, you're part of the protocol, right? Because I'm waiting for one of them to say no, so I can just get them out, just ban them from the Discord, And they're like, "Yeah, I have money in here, here, and here." I'm like, "Why? Why?" I'm like, all this stuff. They're like, nobody comes in here. I'm like, just why are you fighting your own bag? It baffles me. Even if you hate the decisions, the last 8 weeks you've been spewing hate. You don't think that rubs off on people?
Yeah.
I mean, I got rainbows shooting out of my eyes, and it's starting to affect me. Those little douches.
Hey, man, you can take some time off the Discord, man. They're not going anywhere. They live on it, man. So
sounds like
they are for the next week.
For a little while.
SK just came in and said, "You're gone, and you're gone, and you're gone, and you're gone, and you're gone."
That's good. Yeah. It's like we said. It's just like at one point, it's like, man, y'all are just wasting oxygen. There's only forward. There's no going back. That's some people don't know that either. Yeah, that was that cool little speech. I just want to show you. So adopt Bitcoin and have harsher crime punishments and lock up criminals, and your country will prosper and thrive. So let's see how they continue to. Let's see how this experiment will continue in the coming years. But looking like El Salvador might be a second passport type deal.
Aaron, to answer your question, ATX was having a meltdown in another group. He's not. Neither one of them are in Discord. I love CC Man. That guy. When I have a bad day, I pull up his videos. So CC Man, thank you. Your beautiful wife and Layla, all of you guys. We had great episodes with you guys.
Shout out to the herd. Yep, all the homies in the herd.
Listen, they're awesome. If you ever doubt why you're an elephant, pull up CC's videos, man. He has such a great attitude. I appreciate all of your videos, man.
Yep.
Goldwyn,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, AG.
I was going to say, are you ready to look at some charts?
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Now let's take a look at the charts and see how the crypto market is looking this week with Goldwyn. This is Money Lines on the Rugs to Riches show.
All right, what do we got today?
This is total market cap.
Market cap. All right.
Yeah, that's nice. I can't read, but can you tell me the number to the top right? Are we past that 1.7 yet?
1.824.
Nice. 1.84. Yes. So as you can see, we have that red trend line going up. And again, what do? We shot right through it. And again, this is what we talked about last week, right? The Fibonacci sequence. right?
Went right up
These
that green line.
yeah, that red, orange, green. These are all known sections, and they're like magnets. As you break through one, you come down, you test that support, and then it's just shot all the way up. So this is a good sign for us because we reclaimed our trend line, right? That red upward sloping line. It's been drawn there for what, 3 weeks now. We reclaimed that. We're hitting the upper band of the green section, so it'll come back down, and more than likely, what it'll do, it'll hit the roof of the green section, and then hopefully we come back down to our trend line, and then bounce off that, and then we'll squeeze like that coil that we were talking about for elephant as well, and we'll shoot through that support or the resistance of that next level. So total market cap looks great. That's what we want to see, right? That's that Bitcoin rises all ships when Bitcoin goes up. Yeah. And what Zach was saying is, money comes into Bitcoin because it was the first one, right? That's the easiest, that barrier of entry that we know from business. Bitcoin's an easy barrier of entry, right? I can buy it off of Cash App. I can buy it off of, just about anywhere. So everybody that gets into crypto, they're in their little convenience store. They put their $20 into the Bitcoin ATM.
Have you used that?
I look at them every time. Yeah,
they're really there, man. Those guys are printing. Maybe that's something we need to get into. R2R. Let's take this YouTube ad money that's about to be coming in, raining in. Thank you guys for watching all these shorts. The AG.
If you haven't liked and subscribed already, go ahead and do that now.
That way we can buy a Bitcoin ATM and put it in a Shell gas station.
That's right.
Yeah, they do two things. This is how they make their money. The price they quote you is roughly 5 to 10% higher than what market is, and they charge you 8%.
But I don't think they KYC though. Up to $60.
There's a third way too. There's a third way. You know how, Goldwyn?
What's that? They don't ever send you your money.
They steal your seed phrase for later on. They have it set up where I don't think you can just send it straight from your credit card or whatever. Yeah.
No, I think they're cash only. I think the ones I've seen, which is smart because if you did you know that homeless guy from way back in the day when he would get money on the street, he would put it into one of those, and he's like a multi-millionaire now.
What a G! That's a crazy story.
He would panhandle and get his $5 or $10 a day back when Bitcoin was,
go buy 5 Bitcoin. Yeah.
And now he's like some crazy millionaire. It's pretty crazy. Hilarious. But so, as a whole, the total market cap is good. This is good. Bitcoin. So again, this is what we did today, right?
50,000.
Awesome. Nice. So you can see where we're going from the greenish to the more teal color. What we did in the last 3 days is we broke through the next level. We came back down, we retested, and then we shot up even higher. So we did a couple things in the last 2 days. Actually, shout out to Wilder from Earn Money or Hold Earn. What is it?
Earn Ecosystem.
Yeah, they're an ecosystem.
Buy Hold Earn.
Buy Hold Earn. She called it out on the Rugs to Riches Telegram this morning before Bitcoin went over. She said that we needed to break 50, and it did. So that's a good thing. Nice. We can hold that line.
She's pretty good at TA.
Yeah.
Maybe
so I don't know what
and run money lines.
We should. Oh, she's on the because she always says good morning when it's good night. So she's good morning right now. When we say good morning, she's good nighting. So she must be over there in Australia or something. But she called that this morning saying that we need to break that 150. So we did two things, right? We broke that 50,000. We created a higher high. So as we come back down, as long as hopefully we'll hold that teal Fibonacci level, right? That's what we want to do. Let's tread sideways. We crab sideways there. If not, we'll come down and we'll retwist that yellow support line, and then we'll.
So again, let's come on, Magnet. Let's zoom straight up to the 786 to the top of the teal. Let's go zoom. Let's forget we're done down here in the lows. I'm happy right now to see we're pumping. I mean, looking at the bottom of the trend line, the red, that was 16,000.
Yeah,
it's crazy to see us building these higher highs in preparation for the halving. I mean, I think that's extremely bullish. I'm hoping we don't retest 44,000 or anything like that.
I'll
But
tell you what, I'm kind of secretly hoping that we go back down so I can buy some more.
Listen, shut your whore mouth. We don't want you to go down.
You tired of rice and beans
know.
yet? AG's getting tired of. He's peeing blood. He's eating rice and beans. He's like, I'm
Listen,
ready. Oh, he's
no.
not ready yet. He's, I need more time. I need more time.
Listen, no offense, ladies. I don't know what the 2024 word for whore is that I'm allowed to say, but you know, just shut it. Just shut it. I'm ready for ups. I'm tired of that. I'm telling you, just
I got you're saying shut your whore mouth or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the 220. Yeah, the 2024
Shut
version
your
is.
OnlyFans mouth right now.
Yeah, shut your OnlyFans mouth. It'd be your OnlyFans hole or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, it's looking strong rally right there. It's looking like a rocket ship, if you ask me. And
so that's
kind of like in October, that rally. It looks kind of like a repeat in October. That rally up from the whole range.
So this week I skipped ETH this week, but I went for BNB. So I figured every other week we'll do an ETH BNB flip flop. So again, hey, we're pretty good. We've caught that trend line from that spider line that we drew a long time ago there, the white trend line. So we recaptured that. We held that 4 days ago. We bounced straight off it, and what do? We pushed through the red orange section.
I feel like this is just lines thrown everywhere. Are you really doing TA, or are you just drawing shit?
100%, man. No, I drew these.
He drew this right before the show started. He mocks it up every episode.
Listen,
you see this green line? It's important.
Have you seen TA guys? They'll make 40 different charts, and then
whichever one works.
6 months later, they show they're like, look at it. I called it on the spot.
On a cool thing. Hey, listen, on a cool thing, we can all of the charts that I made are still, we can pull up every single one of them. They're still in the
AG doesn't need, I mean, Gold doesn't need any games. He's got the facts.
I do need gains. And that's why AG needs to shut
games,
his.
But you don't need to play games to get games.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But so BNB,
that's sorry to interrupt. We're in the yellow zone. I like the yellow. We're in the yellow zone.
Yes. And we, you know what? We came down, we tested, we held, and we went up. So that's good. We need BNB to go over, I think, 350. Like
so what's the top of the yellow? What is that?
Shit.
It's like 390.
Yeah. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need a higher high, right? So the higher high we need is that 345 to 350. So that's the first thing we need. Like Wilder called on BNB this morning. That it had to go over 50 for a higher high. That's the first thing we want to do. If it pushes up and it breaks that 345, that 350, now we've created a higher high. It's okay if it comes back down because we'll create a higher low, and now we're in an established uptrend.
I gotta be like the bonk guy. It's gotta go and bonk. Gotta bonk the price of BNB. Gotta stay above. Bonk. Okay, that's what, they try to. If you try to grab, if the bears try to stop the rally, it's going up. Right, you try to grab, comes off, bonk.
Okay. Bonk. I was literally going to ask why there was a sock on your back. Like
now you know. Now you know.
Well, I mean, I was told back in the day the softball people kept their bats in the freezer because it hit the ball farther. So I just thought maybe a wood bat, you keep a sock on it to keep it warmer.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. Warmer.
I don't know. AG's the baseball guy. Ask him.
Hey! Speaking of that, how was the Savannah Bananas game? We were offered tickets, but I mean, that was a long drive.
It was fun. They had John Cena came out to bat.
What?
He got struck out.
See him though. That sucks.
He got struck out, and then he ran. He charged the mound, tried beating up the pitcher.
That's funny.
He came out with his belt, like holding up in the air. Like,
I didn't know it was your Make-A-Wish day at the Botanic game.
Well, do you got? Wait, are you familiar with Savannah Bananas, Zach?
I saw like a thing about them. They're like a dancing like baseball team, right? Or like
they're like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. So what
they got some cool tricks up their sleeve. They're juggling.
Well, they play banana ball, which is like they changed the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they were like a minor league team, and they started coming up. Like one of the guys plays in stilts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was,
Right. So that
he was
yeah.
pitching or
Nice. That's so awesome. So yeah, so I wonder, so are they like the Harlem? Do they play the same team? Does the team
yeah,
they
it's just
play
two
against
teams.
Travis?
It's
Ah.
Savannah Bananas, and they play against Party Boys and not Party Boys, Party Animals.
Nice.
And
But
Party Animals won. They won Friday night and Saturday night.
yeah, so this minor league guy, he's like Ed McMahon, right? He came up with this philosophy, and now in Savannah, you can't buy tickets. Like those tickets that we were offered were like $130 a ticket or something like that.
Yeah, I was about to say about 140, I think.
We need to get on some Savannah Banana NFTs. Come on, we gotta be the crypto guys to let them know. Let's get Savannah Bananas to Web3. Web3 is the next step. So, you're already innovating the game of baseball. You're already an innovator in the space.
Man, we should do that. We could totally hook them up.
I got a yellow suit. Elephant is yellow. Bananas. They're green until they're yellow.
All right, BT.
They're ready.
There you go. Savannah Bananas. Let's get elephant night at Savannah Bananas.
They would let us run on the field with elephant costumes and get hit in the head with the ball like during a play.
They would. All right.
Keep it rolling.
So this is our pride and joy. This is elephant money. I know when this comes up, it looks like shit. I get it. Downward trend, right? However, we did break the downward trend. That's that green line that's coming from going down left to right. So we broke it and held it, right? So the thing that I'm super, super positive about, if you see that red line, that's where we've created a base. And what we've done now is we hit that base. It's right at 24 cents, right? We went back up, we came down, and we hit that base, and we bounced off it again. So we have a pretty solid support. SK. Love that, man. Hey, SK, I don't know if you saw earlier, man. I totally called you out for bringing the band hammer to Discord. But,
yeah, way to go, man. They needed
that was about minute 45. Much love, SK. But yeah, so I'm super positive. So over this is a 4-hour chart. All the other charts were 1-day charts. So over the last week, we've done a couple things. We hit 24 cents. We bounced off 24 cents. We came back and we hit 24 cents and we bounced off 24 cents again. So what we're now doing is we're kind of grabbing, we're going sideways now. So we're building up that base. And then once we start cresting back to the up and to the right, then we're going to make that bowl shape, and that's that cup and handle that we're going to look like to start that next parabolic rise. So I know that the average CA person might see the whole. I mean, that's what 6 months worth of data, right? But if we focus on the last month, right, we've slowed down, we've hit support, or we've created support twice, right, and we're going to W out of that. So now if we start going up and to the right, that's going to create that small W, which is going to lead us back to that yellow line. We'll break, support the yellow line, and we're back off to the races. So all those people that are hating on elephant, this is the time where you accumulate, right? This is the time. All the sellers have sold, right? They're giving you all their elephant tokens. They're giving to you so that you can bring and you can hold so that we can go to the moon, right?
Sir, good sir. Could I get 1 million elephant tokens, good sir? I'll take 1 million of your best elephant tokens right now.
Right. So
that's how easy it is, guys. That's all you need to get 1 million tokens. That's pretty cool.
So, yep.
Yeah, I agree with you, Goldwyn. Whether it be, this month or March or whatever, when that bottom range hits, and like you were just mentioning, accumulation, we go sideways. Boom, we stair step, and then we go back off to infinity and beyond with Bertha at a healthy weight. So it's exciting.
What I said in the TG group, and we actually need to. Can somebody post the link to TG? Guys, we have our own TG group. If you don't know, we can post the links. I'll also put it in the show, the messages or whatnot. But if you're only buying on green days, you're losing money, right? When who said it? Blood in the streets, money in your pockets. What's the phrase?
Exactly. If there's blood in the streets,
play ball.
That's a different quote. We can't talk about that on the show.
Where's my baseball bat? I got it. I'm ready. Ready to play ball. There's balls. Oh god, juggle.
Here we go, juggling balls again.
There we go. Start my OF juggling, bloody. What are we talking about? What's the next chart we got?
There you go. Oh, don't show the next chart yet.
Michael knows what's going on. What's up, Michael Oates? Best time to buy is when others are selling. That's right.
You know who that is, Zach?
Who's
Mr. Oates?
Who's Mr.
Michael
Oates? Nice
He's the dev team for Earn.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
So, yeah, we're negotiating terms to talk to them on AMA, mainly because the only day I can do it this week is Valentine's Day. So we feel like that's probably not the best time to do it this week.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, my wife went. My wife. I'm
single. Getting someone now.
Listen,
nope. Single train right now.
Listen, I'm single this week too.
Got a date with his right hand.
How do you know he doesn't switch pitch?
Oh, you can have a threesome.
Oh gosh, that'd be interesting ambidextrous skill set to have.
Be greedy when others are fearful. All right,
there we go. That's what it is. Be greedy.
So last week on our TA hour, we challenged you guys to put in what chart we wanted. Mm-hmm. One person took us up on that offer, and guess what? That's the chart we're looking at today. So next week, the last chart is whatever you guys want. So if you want some random chart to be put into our show, you need to put it in the show comments, right? So if you want whatever, put it in the show comments. If you agree, hit like. If you want a different one, put the other one. Whoever has the most people putting their token in, we'll TA it. So this week's chart is Operation Phoenix. Don't ask me what Operation Phoenix is because I have no idea. But this is the chart for Operation Phoenix. Operation Phoenix started February 1st. So this is their entire chart. Which, to be fair, I am not a professional in TA. Never claimed to be.
I have never taken. All I see is one line.
I have never taken any charting classes. That's not true. I did pay for some.
Take some charting classes.
So anyway, so this is the entire history of this coin, this token.
It's a week old.
11 days. 11 days. Yeah, February 1st is when it came out.
I'm seeing 5 days. I don't know if we're looking at the same chart here. I'm just messing with you guys.
That's February 2nd. Jesus, man. Anyway, so most charts that are only a week old or 2 weeks old, you expect it to be this God candle up and this God candle down. This didn't. This had buys and sells. It went up, came back down, buys and sells. Then it came back down and it made a base, right? So what you're seeing here, this red line is an actual hard base. It's had two hits on it over the last week, and it went up and it hit that trend line. So what we have here is a decision. So if you are in Operation Phoenix, you know what the token is. If you know, you're in the chat. Let us know what Operation Phoenix is because we don't have any clue. But the next day, this coin's going to make a decision. It's either going to break that trend line and shoot to maybe not the moon, but it's going to go up, right? Because we're coiling, or it's going to break that red line and it's going to go south.
What would be your bet if you had to make a decision? Is it going to break up or break down? What's your bet right now?
I bet it will break up.
Breaking news! Oh, ding, 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 ding. Correct answer. Share my screen. Share my screen, host. Oh my gosh, Goldwyn is amazing. Look at that. That's
hilarious. Son of a bitch. Listen, at that. What's the percentage? Because when I made this chart, I said, "Fuck, this chart looks good. I should buy some." And it's on B&B. I could have thrown $100 in on that when I made the chart. I should have, because that's funny.
To see the position right here, let me see. It's up. Oh, it's up just a cool 20%, 21% gain in one
That's
day.
So funny.
Dude, I love it. Go back to your chart for me. I can stop sharing my screen. I love that descending wedge pattern. That
Yep.
one there. Oh my gosh,
I-
it's all
and-
about timing too. That hit that was being formed. Why did it break up today? Because of Bitcoin went to
Mhm.
50K. It's paired with BNB. Did BNB go up today?
It
I don't
did.
know.
It did.
It
So
did. But what's funny, Zach,
XYZ Bing.
so what's funny, Zach, is I created this chart at 6:30 at my time, 6:30 my
Oh
time.
my gosh,
So
like 12
7:30 your
hours
time.
ago? Less than
2
12
hours ago.
2
2 hours
hours
ago.
ago.
So that chart you just showed is 2 hours old.
Yeah, that was
So
the
that's
hour.
funny.
You're right. You're right. That's the hour candles. I just realized I was on the hour chart.
So if you were in Operation Phoenix, go back to Zach's chart.
Yeah, you can go back to me. I got to pull up.
All right. So if you're in Operation Phoenix, what you want it to do is you actually want it to come back down, test that downward trend line, and that's where you want to buy. Right? If you guess like I did and bought before it broke the triangle, then you'd be up 20%.
So where at, boss? Did you say though?
What it should do is it might go up a little bit more, but it's going to come back down. In my opinion, my very unprofessional TA opinion,
like
if it comes back, if it comes back and hits this blue line and starts to,
so it hits that line down here, put in a buy, and then it's going to go like this.
Bam.
Yep.
And actually, what you see there, if you go back to my chart, AG.
Jeez, you guys are so needy. All right.
Right. So now what you have here is that's actually a bull flag. I don't know how steep your pole has to be. I don't know how steep is your pole, AG. I mean, when it's at nighttime and you got to hit that KY jelly for the pole, you know.
Gosh, he lets us know every morning. It's
about 30%, maybe.
About 30% up. I got it. So that's a bull flag. So Operation Phoenix, folks, you know,
was a buy, and it still is when it does a pullback, like you mentioned.
But listen, I don't even know what this coin. Listen, I'm not even gonna kid you. I'm gonna go onto Pancake Swipe and put a limit buy for when it dips back down to that little thingy. I'm gonna $100 limit buy on what, and we'll revisit it in 1 week.
Not financial
revisit. 100% not financial advice.
Who dropped it in the chat? Do you remember who?
I do not. I'll look at it real quick.
So I was just looking to a little description. It says, so let me read the little description. You can show my screen again if you want. On the right hand side here, Operation Phoenix. So this is the description of the project. What safe man? What safe move on this right hand side?
Oh, okay.
Let me zoom in. Enhance. So what Safe Moon should have been co-founded. I can't read tonight. Co-founded by Squid Grow Joe, formerly Safe Moon Joe. Was he one of the scammers or not one of the scammers? Operation Phoenix is setting out to be the ecosystem of 2024. Staking and DEX, Phoenix Swap, all live day one. Launchpad NFT marketplace, debit card, wallet, and blockchain, all coming soon. So it looks, and they even have the Safe Moon logo, but they have a Year of the Dragon and the Safe. I don't know. This is sus to me, but it sounds like it's like you said, it launched a week ago. Yeah.
The person that commented and got Operation Phoenix on our show was Paul Coles 9416. So there you go, Paul Coles, because you replied to because you made a comment on our show last week. We covered Operation Phoenix for you.
I mean, I'm just looking at it real quick. Let's see. They got a smart contract audit too. Wow. Operation Phoenix. I might be fudding it, I don't know. To me, I'm just giving my 5-second review of the protocol. And right now, I'm not saying nothing crazy interesting, but
listen,
might be worth throwing $50 in.
Paul Coles, if you know the dev team, we have a show wallet. They can put some tokens in for us for all this coverage we're giving them. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let us know. They got 173 subscribers. They got some community. They don't have any videos yet. We're giving more.
Just for reference, they did not give us any tokens to cover this. It was all because Paul Coles put a comment on our show last week. So next week, if you want your token covered, hit us up.
This is interesting because it just look. I've seen this guy before too. It looks like, yeah, it's funny. These are our clones in the other part of the universe. These are used to be Safe Moon. What do you call it? Promoters. I recognize this guy in particular, but so it looks like their community may have now, come together for this new one. Squid Grow Joe. So yeah, we should reach out to him. Maybe he wants to talk about it.
Yeah, wasn't Squid Grow wasn't that a project that took off, Squid Grow?
Yeah, that was another one. So
I don't know anything about him. I don't
successful project. So maybe it is a good one to look into.
Yeah.
Maybe got some alpha drop.
Zach, were you part of Safe Moon? I mean, I know of it, but I was never a part of it.
No, I never bought any. I talked my brother owned a car shop at the time when Safe Moon was popping, and one of his employees, this Asian guy, he loved Safe Moon. And it's interesting to me. I always find, just it's weird, like different communities will have these different dynamics, and Safe Moon, for whatever reason, was really big in like the Asian community. From what I've talked to a few people, similar to like how Luna and that whole thing.
Oh, that's this year.
The dragon, maybe, seriously, yeah, like
maybe it'll be big in China.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that would make sense for Operation Phoenix too, right? That's another.
Another like we're seeing deeper into it, but yeah. So he's all loved it and stuff, but I think he got wrecked. He was more of everyone starts from somewhere, but he just like was a beginner investor in crypto, and I was trying to tell him, I was like, I didn't get into. He told me about it and stuff, and I talked to him a little bit while for it, but. I found out the Safe Moon ended up failing, and there's like allegations of fraud and scamming and stealing and all this BS on the blockchain that has been supposedly verified that there was malicious activity. That's why I think the Safe Moon token they did a V2. They were manipulating all this. That's what that's also why I think so many people are jaded in crypto, is because there has been so many of these, we're literally called rugs to riches, right? There's so many rugs.
What?
So many malicious actors who have left bad taste in people's mouths. And maybe Bankteller has left a bad taste in people who are all in futures. What I'm getting at is, there's been no malicious activities, whereas there's been so many projects like Safe Moon where on chain you just see all this kind of malicious behavior and what you would call fundamentally immoral behavior when it comes to this industry. And we still have yet to see any of that with Bankteller, in my opinion. Everything's been, other than, people would argue that maybe he has, but I would say he's always held that high moral, and there's no evidence of stuff like that was happening in Safe Moon. But go ahead. What are you saying about?
Well, BT, didn't he take some aspects of Safe Moon for Elephant?
Yeah.
The reflection
particularly, I think Elephant started off as like maybe some, I don't want to say, maybe SK can add more context, but not a clone of Safe Moon. But I think it might be a clone of Safe Moon. The direct initial bones, because I remember, I think if I recall correctly, Bankteller had been mentioning that before. The whole 10, at least I know the 10% fee was I think definitely potentially captured by Safe Moon. So Bankteller can maybe give us more context in the comment section as to the history and inspiration. There was a really good Medium article a long time ago, but it compared how Elephant it took the best parts of Safe Moon and Luna and Ethereum, and I can't remember where that Medium article is now, but I remember I read it 2 years ago now, and it was really good. But sorry to go on this rant, but Safe Moon is just like the Hex community and stuff. There is a lot of people. It's a brand name, so if this is their new push, it might be something you look into. If they just launched 2 weeks ago, 600 subscribers. Sorry, what were you guys saying though?
Nah, let's do some news.
Running in.
Ready for some news?
Yeah, I've already shown I think a few of them. But sure, let's go ahead and jump in the last couple ones I got.
And now it's time for the latest news with Zach Minter on the Rugs to Riches show.
Did you guys hear an echo? Or is that just on my end?
I didn't hear an echo.
Okay. Must have been on my end. Dude, what happened to Goldwyn? What?
Is he gone? He run away?
That
My screen.
was weird. He just disappeared.
He's gone. All right, let's keep it rolling. So Sol, S-O-L, bum, bum, bum. That was the speed of light clip that we showed earlier, and not the Solana maybe that you might have thought of when you first hear Sol if you're a crypto head, like we are here at Rugs to Riches. So we saw the speed of light. The next clip was, just the discussion. Oops, sorry, throw it back here. Of El Salvador's kind of recent speech, the president's speech. This next one about 10 million plus Bitcoin. I thought this was an interesting tweet thread, which I guess X thread, whatever they call it now. I'm still on twitter.com, see, so I don't know where I'm at. But this guy had an interesting take about Bitcoin's adoption and where Bitcoin's price is heading in the coming years and decades. So right here, he's making a bold claim that we're heading to 10 million plus for Bitcoin's price over the next 10 to 20 years, right? He uses just the Bitcoin adoption. How many people know about Bitcoin? How many people actually buy Bitcoin and hold it, right? And he uses these kind of numbers to kind of compare even modern celebrities, right? How many people follow Cristiano Ronaldo or The Rock or Ariana Grande, right? Right, they're way more.
That was the eclectic three people. Like
it is.
Yeah, I'm like, you just like. Can you
really
pan out? Do you have, okay, I was like, can you pan? Do you have like their posters up? You have like,
what's
Are
up?
they on the wall behind you?
Are they on your wall? Like, are you looking at them? Like, you just pulled like soccer player, Rock.
Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, we can see you.
Are you sharing my screen? That's what I can't go back.
Yeah.
So this is what I was just pulling from his.
Oh, damn it! I thought you pulled their three names right out of your ass.
Oh no, that would.
I was like, wow, that was awful. Eclectic three people. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your news story.
No, you're good. You're good. That would be funny if I just pulled those three. But what he just is showing is how these common celebrities are way more popular and household names than anybody in Bitcoin Twitter or people who follow Bitcoin influencers. So he kind of goes on to compare early adoption, like he was getting in Facebook in 2006. And we only had 3 million users and Facebook had 10, he's trying to compare kind of early adoptions. And, what he's using, like I just mentioned, we'll link this in the show notes. I won't read this whole thread to you, but is that right? He regrets ending up selling his Facebook stock early. He was there early. And his message right now is, right. My point is that we're at the start of something absolutely epic with Bitcoin. Don't F it up. And he just has a list here of some of the biggest whales: Michael Saylor, Pomp, all these other kind of Bitcoin people. So buy and hold is the moral of this story. You're early. Markets develop over time as adoption occurs. So buy and hold, especially Elephant as well. Next story I got, Jack and Jay-Z. I don't know if you guys caught this. Did you guys watch?
Oh my God.
I saw that on Twitter.
Listen, this was funny. Oh, I didn't see a Satoshi shirt.
Hey,
what do you think you saw?
I didn't see. No, because they showed and they said Beyonce and Jay-Z, and I'm like, and I said, my wife's like, what? I said, do you know who the fuck that is next to them? He's the one that probably paid for the fucking box for Jay-Z and Beyonce to fucking sit in. And they didn't even fucking say shit. I didn't see he had a Satoshi shirt on though.
He's a G, man. Jack, shout out to Jack. He earned my respect more so. He lost my respect because he started Twitter too. Or I don't know. He didn't start Twitter.
He did.
So he started damn Twitter that we're on. But
he got kicked out of it though. He got pushed out, I should say.
But I've also heard allegations like he was complicit with letting kind of Twitter's policy for censoring and promoting. Like he was complicit in letting that culture emerge. So I disliked him for that in that regard. I respected him for his adoption and promotion of cryptocurrencies and Cash App, all of that. That's amazing. I use it. That's also one of my main on ramps is Cash App.
Yeah, I love a Cash App.
He was pushing Elon to buy the company because it got so far out of hand and way left wing that he couldn't, and he didn't have the shares to do anything like the voting rights. So he got company.
But Jack
Zach,
is a beast. This is awesome shirt. What are you saying?
Do you watch Rogan at all?
Sometimes I've seen.
Rogan.
Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know Rogan? Who doesn't watch? You're forced to watch them in your shorts feed if you're a guy. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where Jack and his CEO, she was the compliance officer or something, was on Rogan?
I saw that one. I need to check that out.
They had, I don't know his name, but he runs like a news source where it's independent. So they're all status quo. And so they came on and he was there too. I wish I knew that guy's name. I can't remember. I'll have to figure that out. I'll put it in the show notes or something. But and he was just all like, well, how about this? And how about this? And the girl with the compliance officer's like, I don't know. Well, we can't talk about that. like the guy that I felt like Joe kind of set them up because they brought this other guy on and he was like, he's an independent news anchor. A really popular show. I can't remember what it is though. Damn, my bad.
That is funny. I gotta check out that episode. That's a good one.
It was a good episode, actually.
Yeah, but so Jack's the Super Bowl with Jay-Z, and it's funny because he's just like us, but at the highest level, the Bitcoin guy. They're all sitting around. Oh, there's Jay-Z. He's a music artist. Oh, there's there's whatever. There's Joe Biden. He's the president. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, there's that Bitcoin nerd guy. No matter what, you'd be a billionaire and still be that Bitcoin guy in the group. So shout out to Jack.
Now is Jack part of the Illuminati?
Confirmed.
Yeah, I mean he's hanging out with Beyonce and Jay-Z. They're part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, it's probably a blood bottle of wine.
It probably is.
These psychos at the game.
I mean, that's a good beard. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so shout out to Jack. Next, moving on to keep it rolling. So don't quote me on this, but according to this random Bloomberg intelligence screenshot from a biased, Twitter source documenting Bitcoin, it appears here that Bitcoin ETFs are one of the most popular ones on the market. Is it because of the recent launch, etc.? Maybe it's short-term hype, volatility, short-term a lot of buys and such, or is this going to be a continuing trend where the Bitcoin ETF is among one of the most popular? So either way, bullish for Bitcoin, more adoption, more people buying, more people holding, more under custody. So just thought that was an interesting little factoid to throw out there. Very popular.
That's why I want Bitcoin to go down, is because my Roth IRA, I can't buy Bitcoin, but I can buy the ETFs.
Yeah,
I'm trying to buy more of the FBTC.
That's so cool, man. With your Roth IRA, that's so cool.
Such a great ticker symbol too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I've got about 15 G's waiting to be put into that, and I keep holding off because I keep thinking we'll have a pullback, but it keeps going up.
Yeah. Well, I think you could always DCA it. You could always buy $2,000 right now.
I like gold one. DCA.
I love DCA just because I love always buying. I always love seeing the number go up. I like of all the good blue chip assets that I hold. That's personal. But jumping on the last story, just always make sure you have credible news sources like Rugs to Riches, who are trying to inform you, who are trying to educate you, who are trying to push you on to riches and off of the rugs. Okay, we're trying to show you awesome projects like Elephant.money, and tonight we were talking about Operation Phoenix. Okay, don't know if that's an awesome project, but looks promising, looks interesting.
One of those is a rich, and the other one's a rug.
Maybe.
Let you guys be the judge of that one.
Listen, not just a pretty face, AG. You're not just a pretty face. Look at that. Bam.
Shout out to Earn ecosystem too, right? Lots of gems coming to you on this channel.
That's right.
So it's always important to make sure you get your getting good news, your good crypto diet, right?
Well, it's always important to do your own research.
And
we're just dudes on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so
We're
is
just dudes on the
everybody
internet.
else. So don't
right.
get confused
That's
by
right.
fancy
The only
suits.
difference between us and other people is that whatever we talk about that we endorse, we have money in it. Not paid.
That's true.
We're putting our hard-earned money into it.
We're not paid yet. I mean, if you want to throw money at us,
Yeah. Not gonna
slide
say
into
no.
our DMs. I'm just saying.
I
mean, we're not like we're not like Jim Cramer telling you all the wrong stuff, right?
So this last little bit I just thought was funny from Elon Musk. It's almost as though you can't trust the media, right? Because just X, if you guys haven't been following, Twitter is like one of the X, even call it, I don't know what to call it. X is one of the fastest growing news sources like on the planet. Yeah. And there was all this coverage that it was dying when he bought it, and the stock depreciated, all this such. And there has been legitimate criticisms and legitimate, advertisers discuss removing. But all in all, right now, X is thriving. And why is that? There's so many people on here who are enjoying the environment that X opens up for freedom of speech, and opposed to just getting fed. See, like Rolling Stone, The Verge, Engadget, all of these that are pushing the same narratives, right? Twitter allows you to, or X allows you to see and do your own research, like Golan was just mentioning, and see things from all angles, not just fed from one angle. So yeah, so always DYOR. Yep, that's what I want to end on the stories. Always DYOR.
I like it.
Dude, is Layla still in here? Layla, if you're in here, we need a DYOR based off of YMCA.
Ooh,
that's your next R.
Ooh, yeah.
DYOR.
We already got 3 of us. We just need Layla. We need one more. She could be at the front. DYOR. We need 4 people. We need one more. She's gonna be on the stage. She'll be up singing with a microphone, and then we'll be in the back. We'll be the what do you call them? The wise men, the 4 wise men. We'll be the what are they called? The YMCA guys, the tribesmen. What are they called?
Hey, funny story. Here, listen. Boomer story of the week.
Okay.
My first concert ever. Village people.
The Village.
I was like 5. My parents. I remember going to the Village people with my parents when I was like 5.
You would be perfect for the DYOR, right? You were born for it. You were raised for it. You could be the O. You could be the O.
I'll give you the O.
Yeah, that is a creative parody on the song.
Bam. Not just a pretty face.
Idea guy.
All right. You guys got any last words before we call it a night?
DYOR, EOTO, eat your vegetables.
Listen, eat your vegetables. Hey, there's still 11 people in here. Do you have any questions?
Questions, comments, advice.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron.
Sucking up, Aaron.
Listen, Aaron's the newest.
Skills.
Yeah, Aaron is the newest member of the R2R TG group.
Woo!
Thanks for joining us. If you guys didn't see it, I did put the link in the chat there. Guys have any questions?
I was gonna say, keep it up, Goldwyn, with that awesome TA. If you find any more bull flags, let me know, man. That was a great one there.
Bam! Called Operation Phoenix right there.
Yeah,
it would have been better if I threw my money in and then I could have went and sold it real quick for my 20%.
Pretty
That's
neat.
Funny. Yeah. So if you guys have another project, put it in the chat. Leave a comment. We'll look at it.
We'll cover anything because we don't know them, so it's the worst thing that can happen.
That's all, folks. Peace.
That's a Y
W.
Peace. DYOR.
All right, guys. We'll call it a night. See you guys later. Remember,
Nice.
each one, teach one. See you guys.
Dude.